welcome to my second live stream. What the fuck just happened with the last one? It just stopped recording. That was fucked. I have no fucking clue. Oh my god, sorry guys. Before the storm, sister asked me to take word to the Jarl of Whiterun of the dragon attack on Helgen. Oh shit. Oh man. Where'd it go? And just Jarl says let's protect Riverwood. Riverwood, okay.
As strange as it just head north. You can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold. Jarl Balgruuf still hasn't declared for one side or the other. So at least you won't run into any Imperials along the way.
Welcome back, sir. Oh my god, the internet just has fucked up on me right there. I have no idea what that was. Man, I fucking hate my internet today. This is the third time it just randomly just cut it off. So we're having internet problems today. Hopefully it doesn't do that during the fucking show today. Or tonight. I don't think I should join up.
Seriously? You don't know? That was Ulfric Stormcloak himself. Right. The leader of our fight against the Empire. I forget that most people don't know what he looks like, except for those Imperial wanted posters. I was assigned to Ulfric's guard. We were on our way to Darkwater Crossing, in the south of Eastmarch. The Imperials were waiting for us. As pretty an ambush as I ever saw. We were outnumbered 5 to 1 at least. Ulfric ordered us to stop fighting. Didn't want us all to die for nothing, I guess. I thought they were taking us south to Cyrodiil. Parade us in front of the Emperor. But then, we stopped in Helgen. And you know the rest. Damn right. You don't have to be a Nord to fight for Skyrim's freedom. You should come to Windhelm with me and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric.
I'm predicting Rams vs. Chiefs Super Bowl. I could be wrong. I predicted that at the beginning of the season that it would be the Jaguars and the Rams, right? The fucking Jaguars look terrible.
Well, maybe not. Dragons haven't been seen in Skyrim for an age or more. But wherever that dragon came from, and whatever it wants, Ulfric will get to the bottom of it. You can count on that. Besides, you have your own score to settle with the Empire now. And with that dragon. I hope so. Skyrim needs people like you to fight for her freedom. Come on, better get moving.
Nobody else has come up the South Road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, Gerda, but...
Nonsense.
So you saw a dragon, did you? Tell me, what was it like? As big as a house? Don't even say such things. I hope that dragon stays away from Riverwood. We don't need that kind of trouble.
Any friend of Raylov's is a friend of mine. Glad to help any way I can.
Wait, I just...
All right then.
I knew we could count on you.
I ought to get back to work before I miss, but...
Where's the map? Map. Okay.
Anyone else escape? Did Ulfric?
Don't worry. I'm sure he made it out. It will take more to keep track.
Holy crap, there's a big crab. Huh. The crab is...
El tendrinca para mí. Good luck, brother. I'll see you later.
Don't worry about me.
Search my crab. Don't worry, Sarah. You're allowed. Wow, it was good to see Ken in here. It really sucks my internet fucking shut off while we're talking to Ken. It was fun. Message it right now. There. Just sent him a message back. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sarah. I try and just do what I can. Oh, God! Whoa. Jesus Christ. What's that? Bitch. Alright. I guess only 3 teams interested in Bell, the Colts, Bucks, and Jets. Oh my god. If he joins the Jets, oh my god, that would be...
Well, that's taken care of. No thanks to you.
Huh?
Certainly not. But a true warrior would have relished the opportunity to take on a giant. That's why I'm here, with my shield brothers. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. Not for me to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak White, your Vaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth.
Fight with us and you'll have stories to tell. Come up to your Vasker, if you're worth anything in a fight. Need something? Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. Have you been living with the Horkers? When we arrive, Blood is spilled and our blades sing to the glories of
Darius
Ysgramor.
Leonard, our rookie linebacker.
This is
He's
life,
a
brother.
beast. Yeah,
The struggle is what reminds us
I
to
must
draw
say your
breath.
defense is starting to step up their game. I should join the companions.
The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skewer, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl.
Huh?
Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skewer fighting off the 101 Orc Berserkers? Skewer says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest.
Alright.
Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting
Okay,
at their
shut the fuck
sides.
You talk too much.
Farewell.
Yeah, shut the hell up. Alright. So apparently I gotta go up here. Where's the map? Graphics are amazing. So I have no idea where this is. Is there a way of getting out of here? Oh yeah. Come on, I wanna go fight more. I wanna beat people up, I wanna chop them in half. I discovered a stable. Cool. What's in here? Unlock. Wouldn't that be breaking in? I don't want to break into it, do I? Hey, it's this guy.
All this talk of dragons
What?
returning to the world makes me more than a little
Take a
nervous.
look.
Alright. That guy's name is Goober.
The Khajiit hail from a distant land called Elsewhere, bordered on the north by Cyrodiil, and the south by the glistening blue waters of the sea. Elsewhere is an arid land of deserts and rocky canyons, where the sun shines warmly, always. They're a city so ancient, the sands have swallowed them whole. But now I will say no more, for I miss my home greatly.
Huh.
An astute question, for we are far from home, and this is a cold, hard land. The wise trader finds the best opportunities, even if he must travel far to find them. Skyrim is a ripe opportunity indeed. The dragons and the war have scared many other traders away. But for those with courage, there is much profit to be made.
May your road lead you to warm sands. Goods and wares of all kinds, and all...
There is much beauty in this place.
Okay.
A welcome to you, fellow traveler. I hope that you will come to do business
The
with us
wind
again.
blows bitter cold in this place.
The warm sand of Elsewhere is far away. They'll never see you coming.
No.
May the sun keep you warm, even in this land of bitter cold.
Okay.
Fortune smiles upon this meeting.
So here I am. In some kind of building. Or some kind of town. Is there anything in here? No. Interesting.
They say Helgen got hit by a dragon. One of those horrors comes here. We'll be ready. Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested.
Huh. Looks like they're offering me a place to stay. Cool. I need to get over there.
I used to be an adventurer like you. And I took an arrow in the knee.
How the hell do I get out of here? Oh, what's over here?
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you. They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King. With his voice. Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Okay. Giants are channeling peaceful creatures.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers. Greymane or Battleborn. Then I say, well met, friend. I could tell you were a sharp one the moment I...
trouble if I touch anything?
I ain't done nothing.
Sure, whatever. Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
Need a blade? You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
Alright.
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Breeze Hall. You should talk to the steward up in the keep.
Let's see.
Well, there's no telling what it means.
Nothing?
My lord, please. This is no time for rash action. I just think we need more information before we act.
Who's this then? Well, I trust you have something vitally important to tell me. Important enough to interrupt me in the middle of council? Gerda owns the lumber mill, if I'm not mistaken. Pillar of the community, not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon? This wasn't some Stormcloak raid gone wrong? Really? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that
The Jarl of
dragon is lurking in the
will view
mountains.
that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my... Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best.
Okay.
Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Alright. So now I gotta follow this guy.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so.
Okay.
The Jarl can be found in the Great Hall, probably sitting on his Jarl's throne. Not over here in a wizard's laboratory.
Okay.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
It seems this damnable conflict has claimed everyone's passions of late. Me, I prefer my books and my spells. Ah, indeed? The Jarl. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Okay.
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there. Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources. I'm not surprised you've never heard of it. Even I used to think it was just a myth. But not anymore. The Dragon War was a real event, although only the barest glimmer of the actual events has come down to us. Far back in the Mythic era, the dragons were worshipped as gods in Skyrim. Many of the monumental ruins that still dot the landscape were in fact built as temples to the dragons. The details are lost, but at some point, the Nords rebelled. After a long and terrible war, the Nords overthrew their dragon overlord. Oh no, many were killed, of course, but many survived into historical times. Why, this very palace was built by one of Balgroof's ancestors to hold a captive dragon. Hence its name, Dragon's Reach. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day.
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure he will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
Alright. Got a new mission. That cracked.
Everything all right? If you're heading east, steer clear of Hilgud's tomb. Thing about those old crypts, the dead having trouble staying that way.
It's a shame, isn't it? This is the Gildergreen. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kynareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal. If you want to help, you'll need something to cut into it first. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kynareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a hag-raven nest called Orphan Rock.
Okay. So it looks like I'm just getting a bunch of... What is that?
Mister,
What is it,
could you
or-
spare a coin?
Thinking of settling in? There's a house for sale. Freeze home. You should talk to the steward up in the keep if you're interested.
Rorik's, what is it? Be glad you're here in the city, and not up in river. Those bastards go deep into the water.
You tried mercenary work? Sometimes I miss the soldier's life, but when I hold my daughter in my arms, I know I made the right choice. My Sathir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you.
Okay.
If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. About the same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. The way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Farewell.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Okay.
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
What brings you to the market?
Good hunting.
I'm here to buy food, Nazim. I suppose you don't need to worry about that.
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
Did you know there are some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather?
I can't afford to send anyone else. You don't know where they're going.
Maybe some other time I'll reveal your destiny, hmm? Tea leaves, palm reading, crystal scrying.
Yeah, right.
Maybe prepare.
We'll keep Riverwood safe. You can count on it. Let's move out. Time's a wasting. What is it?
Discovery led to the building of a Jarfsker and the companions as we know them today. No idea. A power attack might stagger an opponent, preventing him from doing something.
Everything all right? No lollygagging.
No, you know lollygagging.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
The road takes us past
This war's as stupid as our feud with Clan Grey Mane.
Okay. Look at this guy go.